big up, big up, and welcome to Liverpool 12 Man Show. Oh, it's like as my Irish friend might say. I don't know if he does. He might. Hopefully, he doesn't take offense to it. But top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. That's what it is for me, at least. And I hope that it's a good afternoon for you. How you doing, Irishman?
Yeah, top of the morning, indeed, indeed.
Oh man. Got my Stella with me. I should have gotten Carlsberg, but it's all good. Stella, Stella's my favorite beer, so it is what it is. One of my favorite beers, at least. Um, so we are up in the morning. Have a little adult beverage with me, and I got my Reds with me. That's all I need. That's all I need. So we are ready to rock and roll. I'm glad to see that Red Armchair supporter loved the graphic that we used. I was going to do the extra addition to it, Brian, but I didn't get to it. I'm sorry, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. Well, next time, next
Next
time.
time. Next time. Next
Yeah,
time.
for those
Uh,
of for those with poor aim, shall we say?
exactly. It's it'll be like what is the urinal cake. Like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
that'll be next time. Next time we'll have a good urinal cake for you in there. Big up to JK in the house. How you doing, JK?
No, not
I'm
too bad.
cool, bro. Easy, Brian. Easy, 12. Hope you're cool, bro.
Yeah, man. Just getting it rocking and rolling.
Uh-huh.
Saw the lineup come out. Like I
Yeah.
said before on yesterday, I was gonna get the lineup, but you know what? I think you both will agree with me. I think we all knew the lineup for today. I think we've
Yeah,
come
yeah.
to
Yeah,
recognize what the lineup's going to be when it comes to our team. Um, there was always like with Klopp, there was always that little bit like you know
Yeah.
availability thing, and he did rotate here and there every once in a while with some other key positions, not necessarily like our right wing or our right back or our left back or our center back or our goal. Well, I guess pretty much the entire team, but it would be every once in a while you'd see a little bit of a rotation in there, and when it came to like maybe left wing or not even left wing, more like striker was like pretty much the only position that we
Yeah.
kind of rotated a little
True.
bit.
Now, to
And
get a
maybe
team,
maybe maybe like depending on injuries, maybe like our left mid, maybe pretty much left
yeah,
mid.
or Endo, other midfield getting the attack and defense. I mean, the defense was pretty cool normally, but it's good to see like the same team every week now.
Yeah,
It gives a bit of solidarity, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Going into this game, I'm happy we kept with the same team that we've had in the last two games. So looking
yeah,
forward to it. Looking forward to it.
yeah.
yeah. It
Um,
says a lot, doesn't it? It says to players that if you play well, you keep your place.
mhm,
If
mhm.
you perform, it doesn't matter if say such and such is coming back and now he's fit. Like if you play well, you perform, you keep your place. It's on merit, and it also says to everybody else that yeah, look, you might get minutes, but if you want to break into this team, you're going to have to break into it. Like you're going to have to work hard to get into this team. You're not just going to get minutes because oh it's Brentford or oh it's this guy. It's like no, these are the boys. I think, and I like that. I like knowing almost what the team is
Mm-hmm.
going to be,
Yeah,
and then when something's different, it's like oh what's happened? It's like oh he picked up the knock or he's got flu when he woke up or oh okay whatever. But you could almost kind of know what your strongest 11 is.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
it's like who could you drop from this team? Like who's done anything that's
I don't
would
think
Yeah.
there. I don't think there is. There's no one. No one.
No one. Yeah.
I think everyone's played solid. For the most part, everyone's pretty much played solid, and I think everyone. I think all the players that we're seeing are pretty much the in form when they're in form are the strongest players for their positions right at the moment, especially. Um, I'll just jump right into it. Actually, I see the lineup already, but the lineup that I had predicted was again. I mean, at least they're not hiding it on the lineup, sheets now. They're just coming out with the 4-2-3-1. It's kind of interesting that Slot said that we don't play a 4-2-3-1 and that he plays a 4-3-3, but we all know he plays a 4-2-3-1. So I don't know why I don't exactly know why he said he plays a 4-3-3.
They don't like being pigeonholed. Managers don't like to be pigeonholed and say, "Oh, you do this." He's like, "No, hang on a minute now. How do you know what I do?" Kind of thing. It's a bit like, no, what we do is more complicated than that. Or what we do is more. They don't. Yeah, the managers like him, they very much do not like to be told what it is that they do. They're like, "No, I'm the guy that does it. I'll tell you what I do."
Right. Yeah. Because it was the guy from Redman TV that asked him that question. And he's been wearing it like a badge. Because it was his first.
Well,
yeah.
It was
cute.
question.
Yeah, it was his first big question in his first press conference, and he got his
mom and dad must be so proud.
Exactly. And he got to ask his big question, and then they were just like, and then he was like, I don't know who told you that, but
which one is it? Is it Pajak or Mitch?
The
Pajak is
shorter one.
The
shorter one. Yeah, the shorter one.
That's Pajak.
Yeah. So.
Hey, like a football.
Yeah. Big up Hollywood. Big up Jimmy. Big up Hash. Big up John Conway. Big up Red Armchair supporter. Big up to Bernie, one of our Red Jewels in the house. Big up.
Yeah, big up.
This is the lineup I went with. I don't think other than it being a 4-3-3, I guess I could change it up a little bit here to accommodate. Let me see if I can. To accommodate like kind of what we are really playing. Actually, you know what? Let's move Dom into 3. I also think that we'll see probably Gravenberch on the right side, right? You think? Not the left. Despite him being able to play on the left, right?
Not sure. Don't know.
Not sure.
No,
right?
he's more of a flat,
they'll rotate here and there, like back and forth a little bit, but like I think this is pretty much how it'll work itself out.
I think there was me, you, Nelante, or not Nelante, Lee, and JK, and I think we all picked the same team.
Yeah,
I think we all. Yep. I don't think anybody even picked one player between 4 of us. There wasn't one shout for. I think we all I know I picked that thing. I just said same as last time. I didn't even. I just said that's what it's going to be.
That's what I said. Yeah.
It's weird. This time last year, you tried to get 4 people to try and agree on the same team.
That
was not going to happen.
Oh, I know.
That's why I used
to I used to be like, hey, send me your lineup predictions because because I knew that I was going to be making 2-3 sheets for all of us that were on the panel. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think from January.
Big up Anfield Roar, by the way. Realism
from January.
Yeah. Big up. Reds. It's a Reds roll call. I like it. I'm sorry, JK. You were saying?
Yeah, go ahead, JK.
Oh, JK dropped out. He dropped. He'll pop back on when here he is. Hold on a second. You there?
Cool. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay,
cool. I was just going to say about it in January, if Klopp didn't chop and change the team so much because of injuries, we had a set 11. We probably won that league title, I think that chopping and changing.
Thank you. January, say that again, man. There's some people that really, what's funny is I've seen some broadcasts and people saying that, for instance, I remember on the Coppish one, Mike Doss was going on and on about how we weren't real contenders and blah blah blah. And I'm like, if we didn't get injured, if we didn't have the injuries that we had last year, and we had a Trent or a Mo Salah who normally are in the last portions of our run, we would have contended last year. We would I think we could have really given a real push for the league. Whether we would have won or not, that's neither here nor there. But I I think we would have at least contended towards the end of the year. I think that because of all the injuries, it just built up too much. And we had Diego, we had Diego, we had Trent, we had all these players that were
Darwin,
coming off an
Endo.
injury and having to work back towards form, as opposed to normally being already in form. Diego, okay, you can give it here or there, but I mean, like, what it is. Mike Doss is my nemesis, by the way. He is somewhat my nemesis. He's my Mr. Glass if I'm unbreakable. So for any of you that've seen that movie, by the way, he can't be my Mr. Glass at least. But it's all good. Big up, shout out to Mike Doss. He's a Red, so I support him all the same. You ever see that movie, by the way? You know what I'm talking about, referencing?
No.
I know
What's
what
it
you're
called?
talking about. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just never watched it.
No, what's it?
It's the Bruce Willis. You know Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson. You know that one, JK?
Yeah.
Okay.
Way back. It's going way back. It's the
Oh,
sequel to.
stop making make it feel like that. I know,
No,
but
it's
not to make it that old. Yeah,
12
I
feels like
it-
he's 70 now.
I know, like it's not from like 1973 or something like that.
Oh no! But it's a sequel to something, isn't it? Is it a It's kind of a sequel to something.
The one
It's
I was speaking of,
yeah.
I don't think is. I don't know if that one I'm speaking
It
of
is.
Well, but
It is
there's
tied
a
in the lore. Yeah, the guy that wrote it, like if you get deep into it, I know, like the guy that
oh maybe
in
it is, maybe it is.
is
Because there's a
yeah, it's
Mr.
not like
Glass.
part two.
There's a Mr.
Yeah.
Glass, and then there's like another one that he made with all three of his characters. He came
Yeah.
with like
Hmm.
Bruce Willis, the guy from Bruce Willis, Samuel L. Jackson, and I can't believe we're going to blank on his name. He's a very talented actor. I believe he's Scott. I want to say
James
Scott.
McAvoy, yeah.
James
James
McAvoy, yeah.
Yep, there you go.
That was the other one, yeah.
It was made in 2019, so
Yeah.
it's not old.
It's not that long.
No.
It's not.
Unbreakable
Yes.
is way older than 2019, man.
Oh, okay. I want about Glass.
Yeah.
Okay, Unbreakable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Glass is-
Unbreakable is about 2000, I'd say.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 2000, bang on 2000.
There you go, yeah.
Samuel
Is
L.
it that
Jackson,
old?
Bruce
Okay,
Willis.
maybe this. Wow.
Do I get a
That's-
prize for that?
You
Yeah, you
should
should
because
do.
now.
2-0.
You
You're
should.
gonna get a 2-0.
Yeah.
2000, 2-0. We'll take that.
You know what? I will admit this too. Hollywood Rock said this. I was surprised. I thought we were going to see Chiesa on this bench. by the
Yeah,
way.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't spot that actually. I just, as usual, I looked at the starting 11 and I looked to see if our boy was on the bench, Darwin.
Yeah.
You know, just to check that he was, you know, hadn't scarpered off somewhere, you know, just to make sure that all the boys are fit. But I never actually thought of that. But Anfield Roar made a very good tactical point there earlier on about what he expects United to do. It was kind of an interesting shout, I thought.
Oh, I'll bring it up. Go ahead. You can read it.
Yeah, I think no. It's just he was saying that he expects them off memory. I think he. Oh, there it is. Yeah, big up all. Yeah, and hello to Anfield Roar as well. Thanks for being in. But big up all. This United team going a low block and hit and hope to Rashford. Same crap from them. If they play a high line, they're going to get killed. So I expect them to sit and ping long balls. You know, I wouldn't mind that at all. To be honest, I hope. Yeah, I hope they do. If they're that scared of us, they sit in, and I'd back us to break them down. And you know, Rashford,
their bench isn't that great, though. To be honest with you, their bench is not that great.
Rashford is one of those kids. You know, he's either going to do something or he's going to do absolutely nothing. I mean, there's just no kind of in between with that guy.
Yeah,
like he can turn it on and he can score goals against Real Madrid, Liverpool, Chelsea, PSG. He can. And then he can go missing for a month.
Yeah.
You know, so that guy worries me. I don't like playing against him because I know he can just be that guy all of a sudden. You take your eye off him. Other than that, I didn't really look at their team. Can you?
Yeah, I have their
team. Yeah,
I can tell you what their team is so far. So
yeah,
the starters for them are going to be.
You have Chiesa on our bench.
Yeah, I don't have.
That was your predicted bench.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, I'm just looking at your Liverpool team. That was just your predicted one. Sorry, because Chiesa is on the bench. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
No Chiesa on the bench. Or do I have Chiesa on there? Oh, I do have Chiesa.
Yeah, you have Chiesa on your bench.
You know what? That was my predicted.
Yeah, the
with him being in there.
Cool.
Let Let me see. So, whoops, didn't mean to do that.
Thingy, it's Onana.
Turner, Gomez is going to be in there instead of. That's the only difference. I'll put that in there. And for Manchester United, it's looking like Onana's going to be in goal. Onana, what's his name? And the guy that we were speaking about yesterday, actually, Brian. I say Mazzaroa, right? Is that how you say Mazzaroa?
Mazraoui.
Mazraoui. Okay, and then Delict is getting a start. Rather than coming off the bench this time. Martinez.
The vegan butcher.
The vegan butcher. There we go. Yeah, I like it. Delot. Casemiro. Manu. It was interesting to see Garnacho start. That was kind of interesting. I don't know if you agree or not. Fernandez, Rashford, and Xerxes, is starting for them. And then, but what I would say is because their bench is like Heaton, Ben.
People complain about Adrian. Tom Heaton, by the way. That's their second keeper.
Yeah.
People complaining about Adrian.
Yeah.
Tom Heaton is on the bench for Man United. That Tom Heaton.
Yeah.
The guy from Burnley 25 years ago. That Tom Heaton. Don't ever complain about people like Adrian, guys. Seriously.
Bandier, Alte Bandier is the other goalkeeper for them.
Oh, he's a keeper. Okay, right.
Yeah. Harry Maguire, Johnny Evans, which I was kind of interesting to see because I thought maybe Johnny Evans would get the start, to tell you the truth. I wasn't expecting Maguire to get the start, but I thought maybe they would start Johnny Evans. Diallo is on the bench. Toby Collier is on the bench. Ericsson's on the bench. Wheatley is on the bench, and Anthony is on the bench for them.
Come on. I don't like. I could walk past half of those people on the street and I wouldn't recognize them.
And you probably wouldn't recognize them.
I wouldn't know who they were. Wheatley?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. You're not underselling that, man. That is a very, very.
This is all or nothing for them.
Bench.
Yeah, pretty much. This is all or nothing. I mean, we'll probably see Ericsson or Anthony at some point, maybe Diallo. But, I mean,
the fact that Johnny Evans is a legitimate shout for them at the age of about 37, having sold him about 10 years ago. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about that club, man.
Yeah. Realism Jared's asking what inspired the thumbnail. Pretty much, you know what? Because I've been calling it Old Toilet for a little bit for a while now. So,
what a thumbnail, man! Quality. As soon as I seen it, I was cracking up.
Go low or go home. Go low or go home.
Exactly, man. I mean, it pretty much is. I mean, there's a reason why. I mean, there's other reasons why they want to have a new stadium, and and the whole nine. And pretty much, they're willing to just scrap Old Trafford and build a new stadium. Okay, and that's just because it's really kind of
it's a toilet
hole. Yeah, it's kind of yeah. Like I was talking about how they were breaking the toilets or something like that. They're like smash. Well, I don't know why. I didn't read the article, but I mean, I don't know why they would go and absolutely destroy the bathrooms the way they were doing. It's kind of sad, but I mean, it was just one of those things where you got CR7 saying how there's sewage stepping into the hot tub or something like that. Like, who wants that? Like, that's
I don't know that they were saying that. I think he was talking about the hot tubs being. I just think he was saying when he came back, everything was still running on Windows 98.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, it's literally nothing has changed there. that's the same gym equipment that was here. Like he's walking over going, is that the same weights? Oh yeah, it fucking is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
brand new when I was here, top of the range when I was here. But
Yeah.
actually, no, that's still the same fucking Sony TV up in the lounge.
Mad. Why buy
So-
Anthony and allow that to happen? You know, you got 90 million from Anthony to get paid. Use that money to sort the fucking stadium out and training. Mad. Mad.
That's because their owners are too interested in dipping in and taking their millions out. You know, billionaires taking millions out as if like it's just weird.
Yeah, but at least they
Pocket
sort of
change.
back the managers. You know, 200 million they spent now. This summer. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the deal with the devil, JK.
You know what I
isn't it?
want to do with you guys
Those
too?
guys,
Mhm.
you know, if they're gonna take all that money out of the club, okay, you have a different scenario. FSG don't take money out of the club. That's proven. That's just a fact. They're not taking dividends. They will make their bank when they leave. There's two different ways of doing it. You go in, if a hedge fund or if these acquisitions, they have two different ways of doing stuff. You take over a company and you take money out of it every year, or you take money out of it when you sell. The FSG one is when they sell, that's when they'll make their money. But yeah, okay, they're not Ten Hag and all those boys have had like, oh, here 30 million, 80 million, 70 million, have it, spend it, 300 grand a week for that guy, no problem. Casemiro, he's 30. Yeah, let's pay 60 million and give him 350 a week, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
But look what's happened to the club. I mean, I'd like a happy medium in there. I wouldn't want us to be just throwing money at it like they do. They've gone further down. I mean, the only real kind of example of how to do it properly is what the other boys are doing, and that ain't right either.
This is what I wanted to do real quick too, guys. If we can rock and roll through this before it gets too close to game time. I wanted to. Can we do a combined 11 real quick if you want? You want to do a combined 11 from the 11 that obviously are starting.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. Allison. Anyway, Allison over.
Yeah, I think I was going to get it started and rocking and rolling. We can go through the real quick, and in the chat we can all like decide, how we feel about it too. But
Ali is a no-brainer anyway. I think over on Anna.
Yeah, no-brainer.
Yeah.
Then you got the defense. Yep.
Who would you have at? Yeah, I was gonna say, who would you have at? Because it was interesting. I saw that they did one, and like some people have 4 getting in, some people have 3 players getting in. I was wondering if we would have the same.
Well, right back
as well.
Right back, it would be Trent over Dallo anyway.
Right back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dallo ain't getting in over Trent.
Yeah,
so that's
I think right. I mean, Dallo's been decent.
Don't even.
But he's not getting over Trent.
Yeah, it's Trent.
Right.
Who's their left back?
Mazzaruri, yeah.
Oh, I reckon Mazraoui's playing right back.
Now it's
right back and Dallo left back. Yeah,
that's Dallo is playing left back.
Oh yeah, he is. Dallo is playing left back now.
Yeah, but either way, Trent gets in over Mazraoui and Robbo gets in over Dallo. So bang bang, easy. I think even if you had Shaw in the lineup, it would still have been peak Shaw. Peak Shaw is a closer run thing, definitely. Peak Luke Shaw, yes, he was a great player, but not now. Right now in this team, Michael's gone all Liverpool. I don't think there's.
I think like. What's funny about it is this. Okay, so keeping him consistent. Martinez plays left, so that kind of makes Virgil. This would be the closest thing that you would argue. I would say, to getting into
Oh,
the
yeah.
lineup, right?
It's VVD against Martinez, yeah. And it's Kanate against Delict.
Delete. I'm
So-
taking both ours. Yep.
And then it's Kanate versus either now Delict, I guess you could say.
It's Delict, yeah, it's Delict now.
Yeah.
So.
Who would you guys take in the chat too?
Kanate.
Are you taking
Mhm.
Kanate or are you taking Delict? I'm
Right
taking
now, I'm
Kanate,
taking
despite
Kanate.
yeah.
Because
Like
this
for
is
me,
about
Delete
right now.
hasn't played enough. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not about their peak or how good they might be. It's about how good they are right now. I'm taking Kanate over Delict.
Yep. Same as.
Yeah.
And then
Even if it
Virgil.
wasn't
It might be a
about
different
how
story in 6 months. It might be a different
good they-
story in 6 months.
where they're at
Well-
in their, in their trajectory. I still think Kanate's on a far higher, waving path than Delict currently, at least. I mean,
Well,
Delict has definitely come down
Delict
off
that
his
is-
perch somewhat.
Yeah, Delict at
Um,
its best would be a competition for Kanate. But right now, no. It's no. Mainu is probably the only player I would.
I'm just going.
consider
I'll just start to knock out the
Yeah.
givens at least.
Yeah. No, that's just Hyler there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm just putting it. I was putting in some of the givens. We're not. I mean, Salah is certainly over Rashford, right?
Who's going to play on the right for them?
Or not
Probably
even Rashford. It would be actually Garnacho.
Sorry.
It would be
Garnacho.
Garnacho actually.
Yeah.
But you got Fernandez, Rashford, Garnacho, Casemiro.
Would you go
Maino.
Diaz over? Would you go Diaz over Rashford?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, right now.
I technically would. You already know my.
Yeah.
I just think.
Yeah.
I think Rashford's just too inconsistent.
Oh yeah, like Rashford's the best player on the planet for 3 weeks, and then goes missing for 3
And
months.
then
So that's
Yeah.
that's Rashford.
Yeah.
That's him. So
and then go missing.
I think the money's that affected him
exactly.
as well. He can't handle that money because look at his game. I always say people like say Virgil, Salah, they can handle their money. Look at their game. There you go. Sancho, another one.
Yeah.
yeah, he should go back to Germany.
Yeah. I think
Or well, he never
obviously
should have left.
Diego, despite his injuries, I think even if it was Nunez or Diego, I think they get in at the striker position over
Zerky.
Certainly unproven Zerky. And Hoyland's not
Zerky, what a
obviously
name.
fit, so can't even get close to choosing him.
Probably
And
Maino's
then,
the only
so now
guy.
we're in our midfield. This is where it's going to get interesting. So, Maino, that's what Brian was just saying.
Oh no, I'm just saying that's what the shouts are.
And then
Couple of
they
people.
have, so that in their midfield, Casemiro, Maino, and Bruno. It hurts to say, but does Bruno get over? Do you choose Bruno? I don't want to say. I personally would not like to say that, but I mean, like, does Bruno get into it? I guess because Bruno's, I mean, numbers wise and everything else, he definitely shows up.
Well, what
Who's
do
your
you
mid
think?
three? Who's your midfield three? Brian, who'd be your midfield three? Yeah. You're gonna put it all over. Yeah, of course. You can put.
Well,
the
no,
pressure on me
it's
now.
up. Well, you just said it. No, you just said it. Would you put him in or not?
McAllister gets in. I think McAllister gets in. I personally think. I still think that Gravenberch is. I think Gravenberch is better than Mainu. Personally, at this very moment, I still think that Gravenberch is better. But and then Casemiro, I think, is kind of washed when it comes to it. So that would be your McAllister. I would take McAllister over Casemiro. And I mean, like, geez, I'm pretty much picking the entire lineup for Liverpool. So, but I mean, like, I'd say Bruno maybe gets over Dom. What do you guys want to vote? How do you guys want to vote there?
I don't want any
Bruno.
of their players.
I
I
can't
got
go
you.
with
Bruno's
that. No.
chaotic.
I
No,
can't go with that.
I can't go with that. No. No, look, I'm putting no. It's all
Grab is a
Liverpool.
conversation, man. Grab my notes conversation.
Yeah, Mainu I haven't watched enough of, but I know he's really, really good. But I don't think he plays the same way as Grab. I think maybe Mainu or McAllister, maybe, or Mainu or Dom, maybe, not as our holding
So
pivot
that
player.
yeah.
I'd
So
say
would you
that
say
is more of a
Grab
Casemiro.
over
I'd have Grab up against
Casemiro?
Casemiro. I'd have Mainu up against McAllister, and I'd have Sabazza up against Fernandez. So for me, that'd be Gravenberch would win, McAllister would win, and I'm not putting Fernandez in my team, so Sabazza is going to win. So
There
sorry,
you go.
Man U fans.
There you go.
Sorry,
It's a whitewash.
it is a whitewash,
There you go.
a
whitewash.
deserved whitewash.
I could have just we could have just kept the predicted lineup up.
That's what I was going
Yeah.
with anyway. I looked at their team.
Man.
Yeah.
Hey, look, a couple of them boys might get on our bench, okay? A couple of them might get on the bench. We'll give them that. Bruno and Mainu might get on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about it. Yeah.
You know what's funny is that we could do if we did a combined 11 and we just went with like or who gets into the Red Devils lineup, we could just probably rock and roll with our bench and see who gets from our bench that gets selected over them, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a more interesting shout than current. No, all due respect. Because I mean, like, I think truthfully, some of our bench gets in before them. I would see Connor Bradley get in before at right back, to be honest with you. I would sooner see I still would see Nunez get in over them, over Zerke. I would sooner see I would definitely say I would see Kwanzaa over Delict still. I mean, as the chat just said, Endo over Casemiro could be maybe a shout. That's how wild it is, this like right at the current state of like the Red Devils, despite them retooling their lineup and people giving them high grades on their summer. They still got some work to do, I think.
Don't worry, Nolante. Nolante's nervous.
Oh, is he nervous? I see
Oh,
that. That's, you know why I know, because like
can't be nervous, man.
You never know.
No. I'm not nervous. Proper confident. Come on, Ante. We're gonna do this.
Yeah. Next time we'll have to do we could do like their starting 11 versus our bench or something like that, because like realistically, there's a lot of players here that I could say would sooner get in. And I'm in agreement with you. I think it's probably a better shout just to like. What's that?
We could, our bench, we can call it the Tom Heaton Cup.
I know I'm probably chopping up a little bit. I'm gonna take time to filter down because I know I'm probably
keep an eye on the private chat.
Lagging a little bit. He says, we bottled it 3 times last season when we should have won all, and for some reason we have a brain freeze. Yeah.
We spoke about it last
night.
Red
Armchair supporters saying that would be a fair comparison. It really would. Think about it. That's what's wild about it. Like our bench is a sooner of a bigger conversation starter versus them than their starting lineup. Just being honest. Joe Gomez, Simicast, Kwanzaa, Bradley, Endo, Elliott, Nunez, Cody, all those players could possibly get into this Red Devil team. Tell me someone that wouldn't have at least a shout of getting into.
Oh no, all of them definitely. I'd take Bradley over their right back. I'd take Gakpo over Rashford. I'd take Elliot, maybe. Elliot might get on there, might be guaranteed to start their team. Nunez might not
Yeah,
be guaranteed to start. But Gakpo and Bradley, definitely. But like Leolante was saying, we spoke about this last night, that
mhm,
at the time when we lost those two games, Man United fans were like, ha ha ha, we've messed up your season, we burst your bubble. We were like, at the time, everyone's like, stay to these guys, listen to this nonsense. And when you look back at it, they actually did. That's
no,
when
they
our
definitely
season
did.
fell apart. But those we lost in the cup and we lost and that league game. That was when all the year went out of the balloon. And they
Yeah,
were saying it at the time, and obviously we were saying no, shut the hell up. Our season is still going. But if you look back at it, that was it. So we do owe them a a pace thing. I think a kind of it's not going to be revenge. It's an early game, but just to be able to go there and say, nah, you don't have that hold over us. Like the
mhm,
7-0 was more a
mhm,
reality than those two games.
mhm,
That's more about where the two clubs are than us basically run out of steam and yeah, them just happen to be the people that did it to us. Like we should beat them three. We're 3 goals better than them
mhm.
every day of the week. This team is, whether we do it today or not. But this team, like you just said, you're looking at it. Okay, we're having a bit of fun with a combined 11, but it's 90% serious. And
Mhm.
also about the benches. So this team is play. If that team plays that team 10 times, this team should beat 8, 9 times. They should beat that United side.
We should. We should. Big up Richard,
They
by
just,
the way. Big up Richard. Big up Bonkers in the house. Big up to Lante. Didn't get the chance to say hello to you, but big up to Lante, one of the generals in the house. Hi, Lord. Big up to you as well. Big up to you. Um, and Redbird. Redbird. I don't think I said hello to you, Redbird. So, and Trap Joe. Big up to you. Michael Corleone, LFC. So big up to you.
Bellas.
Yeah, there's some heads showing up for roll call. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. What are your
first big game of the
before we
season.
rock and roll then, what are you going to be your predictions for scores and scorers real quick? Jake, we'll start with JK, then we're going to Irishman. JK, what's your score prediction?
2-0.
2-0.
Mm-hmm.
He got scoring.
Diaz and Salah.
Okay. Irishman. What's your score?
3-0. Salah. Oh, Salah, Mac, and Trent.
Salah, Mac, and Trent. Okay. Bonkers has 2-0. Salah, VVD. Michael Corleone has a 2-2 or 1-2. Ooh.
VVD's a shout.
He has,
VVD's a shout
has,
for a
has
goal.
I know. He is a shout. I got Kanate as getting a goal today, actually. Um what's your what's that breakdown? What's that breakdown? I know we have not, as of late, we have not been playing well at Old Trafford. We've had a 2-2 score at Old Trafford. We had a 4-3 score, obviously, in the FA Cup. And we also had those are the two last ones. And then before the 7-0, we had obviously a 2-1 loss to them at Old Trafford, aka Old Toilet. Yeah, Michael Corleone, what's your score breakdown? Who's your scorers? 2-2. He has a 2-2 draw possibly, or 1-2. I would assume that's in our favor. 1-2. It's just we're
Yeah,
the away
that's
team.
yeah, yeah. Dallo versus Salah. I mean, I wouldn't like to hear that was an important matchup if I was a United fan.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a big game out of Dom. To be honest with you, I'd like to see a big game out of Dom.
I think you'll see Gravenberch under a lot of pressure. It's a big
Yeah,
game for him.
it's a huge game
Really,
for Grab.
the
Huge.
step up now is huge.
Mhm.
Brentford, okay, big team or good team. Ipswich, hard
Yep.
game.
Yep.
United, Old Trafford, different gravy. Very,
Yep.
very different. So let's hope that. See, this is the kind of thing like a player like him can go out and have a special game here today, and it just takes him up a level.
Mhm.
He just goes and does it. He's been doing it. Now, if you go and do it at Old Trafford, that can be a breakout performance for him.
Mhm.
It's one of those ones where people haven't watched him play against Ipswich or Brentford. Liverpool fans are talking about him. He goes and has a big game today. It'll be all over Sky Sports. They'll all be talking about him. So this is a good opportunity for him.
I'm going to wait to see when is the big Ibu versus Xerxes moment. Moment. 5 goals, 5 assists, and 33 Premier League appearances last season. Macca's got it. Maybe Macca has a breakout game today. He hasn't had that. We haven't seen the Macca that we've all been raving about just yet. Maybe
Last year a bit we did. Last year a bit. No,
Yeah.
I've said so far this season. I think McAllister is not lost in this team, but doesn't have as defined a role as he did last year because Gravenberch is holding, Dom is number 10, and Mac is kind of in the middle, so he's not having the impact that he was. That's, I think, is happening with him a little bit. Not a bad thing. I just think you're not going to maybe see as much because he's not going to be the guy to do it, if you know what I mean. That's just the way I look at it. It's the one guy that hasn't stood out. You can see a clear improvement in Gravenberch and you can see a clear improvement in Dominic. But Max seems to have been placed into more of a, I don't know what you would call it, like just a less kind of flashy position, a more middleman position.
More like like hard hat style, like
doing the groundwork and
doing
stuff.
the grunt work and stuff.
Maybe it's just something that's just systems wise, but it just seems to me like he isn't getting into the box like he was. It seems to me more Dom doing that, and I'm fine with that. You know, him and Gravenberch patrolling the midfield, and then letting the 4 ahead of them, which becomes a 6 ahead of them or a 7 ahead of them. You know, whatever it needs to be. But maybe it's just tactically he's not being asked to do, or he's been asked to sit a bit more or hold a bit more. But it still has that quality. If a ball was to drop to somebody on the edge of the box, McAllister is probably one of the guys he wanted to drop to.
Yep. Is that. Richard's asking, can you give a breakdown and analysis of Manchester United versus LC in depth information with conclusion and recommendations? Wow, Richard. Pretty much what Brian was saying is a good starter point if you're going to break down what our depth information is. I think we went into our depth information. A lot says about our depth information where we're saying the ability to say our second or our bench could start for Manchester United says a lot, I think. It says a lot about what we have on our bench. They're just walking out. They're just walking out onto the pitch, by the way. Just walking out onto the pitch. Being led by Master Splinter is Manchester United. It's kind of fitting that you'd have the rodent going into the toilet. Leading the way into the toilet there. Yes, Nolante. There you go. Yeah, we don't talk about scared business here. Yes, definitely. 2-0, Nolante is saying. God willing, he's saying as well. Philip is saying 3-1. 3-1, okay. Rashford with getting a goal in consolation.
Get the rat poison down. Get the rat poison out on the pitch. I see if he gobbles it up.
It's going to be interesting. This is going to put a big test of. This is going to be a very big test of our resilience when it comes to trying to hold on to a possible clean sheet. I will say also that I'm hoping that we're not going to have a referee trying to be the center of attention in this one. As we all know, this referee likes to be. And we're about 2 minutes away from kickoff.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, people. Let's go.
Enjoy the match, guys.
Yeah. Enjoy the match. Whether you're going to your supporter pub, whether you're at the game, whether you are going to watch it from home with family, wherever you're going to watch it. I don't know. Maybe it's just you're at work, or maybe whatever the case might be. I hope that it's a fantastic game for all of you. And why I say that is because I know our chat here is nothing but Reds, the right kind of Reds, at least. No devils involved. So yeah. Hop on over to Bayesian Reds TV. They're doing a watch along for this game. Those are our brethren over there. If you want to watch a watch along, if you want to see some good football, definitely this is the day to do it. Hopefully our Reds don't let us down. I don't believe they will. Let's just go out there and root our Reds on, man. Yeah, anything you guys want to say before we allow people to do what they need to do? Irish?
Yeah.
Go, JK.
One, I loved your thumbnail. For me, I've laughed. I've seen millions of thumbnails in my life, and you see that one there today. Right. I was cracking up. I literally had tears in my eyes. That was a classic for me, the best one ever. And then happy birthday, Daniel Sturridge. He's on my profile pic.
Big up.
Of that, we're gonna win today.
There you go. Big up.
Let's go.
Do that. Do that. There you go.
The wiggly. Yeah. What did they call it? The worm?
Yeah. Do the wave.
Well,
that'd be great to see if one of them does that kind of just gives them a shout by doing that celebration. If we can get it, grab. I'm saying it now. Gravenberch, if you score, do that celebration.
If Bobby was here, Bobby would be able to bust.
Oh, he's
the king of other people's celebrations.
Yeah,
he is the king of doing other people's celebrations.
He would do a karate kick. He probably do a karate kick first, but then he dropped down and do the celebration. We're at kickoff, people. Go ahead, Brian.
That thing, I just think of that thing, the inflatable guys he have in America that they put out. Wavy arms. I just think of that guy. Yeah. But yeah, listen, great. Look, I don't know if we're coming back later or post match, right? But if we are, if not, we'll see you tomorrow or see you later. But enjoy the game. Have a great day.
Yep. And as always, people, up the Reds, people, up the Reds, definitely. All right, guys, enjoy the game. We're already at kickoff. We're already starting it off, so definitely enjoy the game and talk to you guys soon. And yes, like I said, be sure to go to Bayesian Reds TV if you do, or if you're looking for a destination. Now that the Live Birds just landed. All right. Talk to you guys soon, guys. Peace.
Peace.